to the Lone Star State, man. Eating the highway up. Got everything packed with me. I ain't tripping. Left flat screens and everything back there. I ain't tripping. Finna start over. Get a fresh start. Good man, know what you do. Get out here and get it. You know, I got it made. I'm in a truck. I know people walk from Mississippi to Milwaukee to get a fresh start. Have a better life. So I'm eating the highway up, man. I'm eating the highway up.
Let's get rocking and rolling. So, what one of the first things I was going to ask you, let the viewers know who you are, where you came from, you know, where you were born, and a little bit about your journey when you were a young man coming up.
Washington. I'm from Bixbury, Mississippi. I reside in Houston, Texas now. I'm 36 years old. I came to Houston when I was 28 years old. And a little bit about why I am in Houston, Texas right now. When I was, 28 years old, I decided I didn't have a GED. I didn't have a high school diploma or anything like that. So I decided before I left Mississippi that I wanted a fresh start, and I decided to get my GED and get a skill, and I chose HVAC. And so I got my GED, I got my EPA license for HVAC, and I jumped in my truck, man, and headed to Texas. So that's where I am now. I'm liking it. I've been with a company right now. Mm-hmm.
Were you just like fed up? That's why you jumped in the truck? You were just like, you were done with the surroundings, the negativity? Like, why'd you just like, I mean, that's a big jump to just up and just go, you know. Why'd you want to leave?
Well, I got into some trouble with the law when I was like 17 years old. And so from 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
Wow.
I had a you could say a rap sheet. I had something on my background. And keep in mind, I said I didn't get my GED till I was 28 years old. So now we're looking at, I have something on my record. I don't have a GED, and pretty much, I mean, I gave you, that's almost 10 years, you know, in a dark place. I pretty much conform and didn't have too many opportunities, or at least I didn't think I did at the time. So so like I say, man, I was just fed up and needed a change. And that's what I did. I woke up one day and wanted to see the light and got out that dark place.
Now, were you, like, before you did that change, were you a positive or like kind of a negative person during that time?
During that whole time, I always been a positive person.
Okay.
Like I said, I was young at the time, but it is hard to be positive, you know, when you're 17 years old. And be honest with you, 17-year-old, you still pretty much a child, you know. And I caught my case at 17 years old when I in like June of that year when I was 17, summertime, whatever. And my birthday was in October. And me not knowing the system, they kind of drug along until I turned 18 to decide to take me to court, you know, for that case. But anyway, I mean, so now I'm gonna do it. Like I say, I got a felony, man, at 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. It's hard to keep your head up. But I always, like I say, I always been a positive person, man. Everybody pretty much know me. Even when I was getting in trouble, probably hanging with the wrong crowd and trying to stand up for my friends, fighting for them. I was never the one to start fights, but I was always one to try to help, my friends out or whatnot.
All right, B. Yeah. That's our buddies. We got you go down, I go down, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you was like, you know what? I got to get a change. I got to get out of my hometown. And why'd you leave? Like, what sparked you to go? What started that journey?
Man, like I say, fed up, man. Like I say, at that time, I knew that I should be far off than where I was now. I was working at a grocery store before I left Mississippi.
Wow.
Because I like listening to motivational speaking books and audio or whatever. And I was listening to Les Brown one day, man. He was like, I don't know if are you familiar with Les Brown?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So he made a statement, man, pretty much. I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, it ain't that we not aiming at all, but we aiming so low and we hidden. And so what that mean, when you got a felony, man, you almost conform to the point to where, okay, there's no need for me to fill that application in right there. There's no need for me to, you know what I mean? So
they're not going to accept me anyway.
They're not yeah, I'll be wasting time. You know what I mean? So I'll fill application in that I know that they're hiring me. Like at a grocery store, I was stocking shelves and stuff like that. And I think I did that maybe 3 or 4 years, and it's a ceiling to how much you can make or what you can do. But what really turned, like I say, I prayed one night and God led me to a library though. And when I went in that library, it was in Gulfport, Mississippi. I went to the library and I really would just ask God to, lead me, to something, to a book. I didn't know what it was. But somehow, man, he led me to a book called See You at the Top by Zig Ziglar. And coincidence, Zig Ziglar from Yazoo, Mississippi. That's my hometown. I think he passed away.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, a few years ago in Dallas. But, man, I read that book and it totally just changed my life, man. Because that book based around stinking thinking. And I was thinking, like I say, I was aiming too low and hitting. You know what I'm saying? That's a form of thinking. I'm not thinking of what I could be. So I just started thinking positive. And it's another guy, his name Rip Daniels. He's into real estate. He's an entrepreneur. He's on a radio station, JZ 94.5. So I called in one day because he on from like 9/11, man. He's got a lot of wisdom. And one day I called in, I was just like, man, these people won't give me no opportunities. But I chose the HVAC class and it was pretty much free. And man, like I said, I got in that course and the rest is pretty much history. But that's why I started. That changed my life. And if I think about it like that, when he said, you need to get a skill, he pretty much telling me though, not only that do you need to get a skill, that's gonna, when you do get a skill, that's gonna help you out as far as you don't nobody have to give you an opportunity. You know what I mean? Right. You can go create your own opportunity.
Right. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah.
Right. That and man, and I wouldn't really think about it like that then, but years later that I thought about, and that's what he was telling me, man. And yeah.
So you took this trade, you're working for was a program, and then that program had to end at some point, right?
Right.
And then
yeah, it was like a get your foot in the door program.
Right.
Like I said, I finished that program. It's like a 3-week type deal.
Wow! So it was quick.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, get you exposed to it.
But now you got your feet wet. You got some more information. You're receiving stuff, and you feel more confident in that trade.
Right.
What's next for you? What'd you do next?
Yeah. Well, like I said, I did the project rebuild, and it was like a classroom setting.
Okay.
Nothing hands on, anything like that. But like I say, it was maybe 20 people in that class, and you know how percentages work. I may be and another guy out of those 20 did something with this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
A lot of people didn't even wasn't even paying attention.
Right. Wasn't even paying attention. Right. So it's one of the things, like I say, just to get this really just got my feet wet, because I think it took me like 3 years before I got a job. So in HVAC, you know what I mean? So, but through that time there, I didn't have my GED even when I was taking that class. So I signed up for my GED. I think it maybe took me probably another eight months to get my GED. That's how.
Did someone tell you had to get your GED, or you just was like, I need to get it?
I know I needed to get it, man. Like I said, I was pretty smart in school, but you know, I couldn't graduate when all my high school classmates was graduating. I was in the penitentiary. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right. So you wanted to go back and go get that.
Right. So so when I got my GED, I got my GED. It was like in May. It's funny. I had to go back on YouTube. I might post it, man. But when I got my GED, I wish I could show it now. But when I got my GED, they had a graduation night at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. Dude, I said right there. So I got my GED. I said they wanted to, you know how you do a ceremony, everybody in the gown and whatever. That night, I said, I'm not stopping here. I want way more than this. So I enrolled in Houston Community College. So I enrolled in Houston Community College. I didn't know nothing about Houston. Really don't have no.
Right. You're in Mississippi, right? You're still in Mississippi, right?
Yeah, I'm still in Mississippi. I don't have any contacts or anything like that. I had quit the grocery store job, so I was getting $182 for unemployment. So I said,
that's it.
Hey, that was a blessing. That was a blessing at the time, man.
Right.
You know, so instead of me walking, and I ain't had but like $100 in my pocket, man. I had a 1993 Suburban. I put everything that I own, and I don't really want to go way into detail, but I was homeless by choice in Mississippi for like 3 months studying for my GED, and I would study in the back of that truck. I would read books, you know, just working on myself, personal development, even before I left Mississippi. But before I left, I paid like $80 to get my EPA license. That's for HVAC. That's a license that you need for refrigeration. So I paid $80 because I was studying for a test to do that. I just got my GED because I need those things before I go. I can't come to test with no GED or no, because my whole mind state that I was going to take advantage of this HVAC trade. That's what I want to do. I had my mind made up. So I got my EPA license and I had my GED. Like I say, instead of me graduating in the ceremony for that GED, man, I feel that Suburban, but all my belongings in there, and I took off, man. Like I said, I still got a video on YouTube then. It started off, man, heading to the Lone Star State, man. If you're a man, you want to change, that's what you do. And I just kind of showed it, you know, on my little cell phone, me traveling.
Heading to the Lone Star State, man. Eating the highway up. Got everything packed with me. I ain't tripping. Left flat screens and everything back there. I ain't tripping. Finna start over. Get a fresh start. You're a man, that's what you do. Get out here and get it. I got it made. I'm in a truck. I know people walk from Mississippi to Milwaukee to get a fresh start, have a better life. So I'm eating the highway up, man.
showed my Suburban with everything in the back. I had my little clothes rack. I slept back there on the 3rd row. But man, I got to Texas though, and my Suburban really don't.
Were you scared? Were you scared?
No, man, I had so much faith, man. I just took a leap of faith. I knew it was going to work out. But as far as scared go, no, I mean, it really wasn't no need to be being scared. But when you say scared, I don't really know what you mean.
Like, were you worried? Like, man, how am I going to make this this thing, happen? How am I going to change this? How am I going to make this thing? Like, you're going out there with no one. You're going out there like you don't even have. You got $180. How much money you had in your pocket?
Man, I ain't have really nothing in my pocket.
You got to put gas. Your truck is a gas sucker, right? It's sucking up some fuel there. So you got a gas guzzler. You got a limited amount of income coming in, right? And you still don't have a lot of experience just to jump into the field, but you still going out there like, you know what? This is where it's at. This is where it's going to happen for me.
Man, like I said, I did take a leap of faith. So, like I said, I started working on my mind before I left, like as reading books, just changing. I did a whole 180, man, just far this changed my whole lifestyle. But I enrolled with it was a Planet for Fitness, and I paid like $10 a month for that. So I'm at Planet for Fitness in Mississippi, working on myself, running, man. I would run like 5-10 miles, man. I'm talking about, I would spend like 3 or 4 hours in the gym, listen to audio books. But how Planet for Fitness work, they give you a card and you can use any of their gyms, throughout the United States.
Right.
So I kind of mapped all this out. Like, okay, I didn't really know nothing about Houston. Houston is huge, man, when I got here. But they had like 3 Planet for Fitness, and like I told you, I already enrolled at ACC, and I was taking like 4 classes. So I knew that I was gonna at least do that. So I was gonna go to school. I know where I can take showers at, at the gym, and I was gonna, the school open from like 8, and they closed at 9 o'clock or whatever, and then I had my truck. It was a big truck, so that's why I stayed. So really, I'm at the gym. At the school from probably 8 a.m. all the way to 9 p.m. at night, going to classes and going to the library. So, and then at 9 o'clock, I would go to the gym, for like 2 or 3 hours, take my showers or whatever. And then I would go to the Walmart parking lot, and I would sleep there because they have 18-wheelers and or whatnot. And then they didn't really tow your vehicle or anything like that. So that was cool, man. Then they had a bunch of surveillance cameras too. So when you say scared, I'm gonna tell you a funny story. When I first got to Houston though, first of all, it was a culture shock because Mississippi only had whites and blacks, man, pretty much, majority of the population. So when I got to the first Planet for Fitness, that was kind of close to Houston Community College. I forgot the neighborhood, but I looked up, man, with just so many Mexicans and stuff around, man, and it was a rough neighborhood. And I'm like, man, you know what I mean? There's no way I can sleep right here because it was so many people just walking, back and forth all the time of night, and I'm like, no, there's no way I can go here. So, and that was like in the heart of Houston. I ain't know no better. Matter of fact, right before that, I went to 2 places before I was like, okay, I can chill here. I went to over there by TSU first, around they camping, and I don't know if like 3rd Ward or 5th Ward, that's straight in the hood. So that's another one. I'm like, I ain't no way, I can chill here. And that's when I went to that other Planet for Fitness, and I'm like, man, I didn't see any blacks. I didn't see any white. I was like, man, I need to see some white folk around here. it was too many Mexicans at the time. But I was like, so anyway, that took me to Stafford, Texas, close to the ACC over there, and yeah, man. But no, it was rough. But okay, and then, like I say, and when I got to Houston, I would do that, man, and I would put so many applications in. I got a couple interviews from
for the HVAC.
For the HVAC.
Only.
That's all I would do, man. When I say when I was laser focused on going to school and landing a job in HVAC, I would not spend time putting an application in at like a McDonald's or another grocery store because I know they would hire me, and then I would have been probably
even though you knew they would have hired you,
mm-hmm.
and you could have had some extra income coming in too, right?
That's right. That's right.
You stay focused.
Yeah, I stayed focused, man. Like I say, I think I came. It was May when I came here. I didn't land a job. I came May 2011 to Houston. I got my first job with the company I'm still with right now. June 12th, 2012. So that's what, 13 months?
Right.
That's 13 months before he got a job in HVAC though. And that's almost on a daily basis. I would say I had interviews. I had one job, I don't really want to call the name out of the company, man, but I interviewed, I did well on it because I was studying, not only what I was studying for at ACC, I would also just read up on HVAC books. So in every HVAC company gonna give you a test. You know, see where you at. And I will always let them know that I don't have any experience, you know, but I would do well on the test, you know, and they tell me I do well. But when it comes time to do the, you know, your drug test, I wasn't on no drugs or alcohol. So I would pass those. And then when they run the background check, you know, unfortunately, so I went like 3 companies in that situation right there. Wow. So yeah, I'm talking about, but like I say, I stay focused. So keep in mind, I'm in my truck through the hot part of the summer, and I think 2011 and 2012 around January, man, that's one of the coldest. That was one of the coldest years, man, in Texas in a while. That year right there, man. So I had long nights, but it like I say, long story short though.
So it was rough in that truck. I mean, it had to be cold at times.
Yeah. Keep in mind, when you say gas, keep in mind, I just can't, I'm limited on funds. I had to eat too. So keep in mind, I can't just run my heater all night. So I was cautious of stuff like that. You know what I mean? I turn my heater on sometime for like 30 minutes and I got to cut it off. You know what I mean? Yeah, but like I say, man, I stayed strong though, and like I say, that company finally called, and like I say, it's been almost a year of me being in that truck, and but they called, and I was almost at my wit's end, man. I remember that the day before.
It was wearing on you a little bit.
Yeah, I almost went back. I'll be honest with you, I almost went back. I was this close from giving up and going back, but
the day before,
man. But I was big on Eric Thomas. He helped me get my GED because I would listen to his videos. You know, the hip hop preacher Eric Thomas. Matter of fact, I seen you with one of his jacket on in one of your videos.
Oh yeah. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan.
Okay. Yes. So man, I met him. I shook his hand, and I kind of told him. I went to one of his seminars one time. I told him, man, I just thank you for everything you do. But he had a quote that really stuck with me, man. And the day before that, I was at a Starbucks. I think I was doing some studying, whatever. But I would pace back and forth, reciting this quote. He was like pain because I was going through it, man, dark place. But around this time, man, even though I just said a dark place, I came from a dark place. You know, through that struggle. Right. But at this time, man, with me being in that truck, man, I just felt so free. I felt so good about life. Even though I didn't, you know, wouldn't make much money or didn't have a job or anything, man, I felt good though. You know what I mean? Because I felt I had control of my life. But I would, like I say, but I was like, man, you know, when I'm gonna elevate, get on my feet, you know, but it's this quote that he had, man, and I was like, it go like this: pain is temporary. It can last for a moment, it can last for a month, a day, a year, but eventually it will subside. If I quit, however, it'll last forever. And man, and I would just pace back and forth.
I don't care what we go through, we're gonna survive this. 400 years of slavery, we're gonna get through this. And you can't get through it 1825. You can't get through a writing class, and you got tutor after tutor, resource after resource. The problem is, you ain't never felt no pain before. You're soft. It's a soft generation. You quit on everything. Our people did not quit. Harriet Tubman not only made it, she went back and got some more. She said, you know what, I made it, but I'm going to walk listen to me, shh, not ride the bus. I'm going to walk all the way back down to the South to get some more. And you quitting on 1825? Now watch this. You quit after you, listen to me, you get a sleeping bag and you wait for them. You wait for the first WRA instructor to come in and you come out your sleeping bag, I need help. You quit after you do that. You quit after you had, listen to me, a WRA party. I'm having a party. Everybody come over. I got food, everything. And let them get over there. Let it be all the best writers. All right, I food y'all. I want to have a writing party. I'm serious. You quit and you ain't even tried yet. Last one, I'm sorry. Last one. Listen to me. Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute or an hour or a day or even a year. But eventually it will subside and something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever. Listen to me, I'm telling you as I leave. I was homeless for 2.5 years. And the problem with most of you, you never felt no pain before. Y'all spoiled. Y'all spoiled. Some of y'all spoiled, just bottom line. Your parents have done everything for you. You never had to do nothing for yourself. You're spoiled. We're going to keep it real tonight. Some of you are spoiled brats. Every time you ever got in trouble, somebody in your house got you out of it. Every time you've done something you're not supposed to do, people say, Eric, your mother's a tyrant. You're right. She kicked me out. You're right. She's mean, but she developed a man because she put me out there and said, you're going to have to grow up. And some of you have never learned to grow up. And so every time something get hard, you quit, you call mama. I dare you to take a little pain. I dare you. I dare you not to go home. Somebody said, I gotta go home, I feel bad. Go through it. You ain't gonna die. At the end of pain is success. You're not gonna die because you're feeling a little pain. I'm not eating like I eat at home. That's why you're about to go to the next level, because if you keep eating like you ate at home, you will keep being a boy or a girl. It's time to become man, woman. So don't worry about a little pain. My greatest asset is I was homeless, so I can't feel a whole lot of pain. I've already been alone. It's not a whole lot of hurt I can feel on a little paper, on a little test. So I leave you, listen to me. We have gotten to a point where it's midterms and we're moving forward. The days of you getting money, I'm not saying we quitting, but I'm saying the day has got to go from external to internal. You have to give it everything you got. No more TV, no more parties, no more playing. If you don't have a 4.0, what you need to be doing is studying. Get off the phone. I'm sorry, I'm not available until the end of this year. No, I'm for real. You reached the right number, but you called me at the wrong time. Call me back January 1st. I'm about to get busy now. Huh? I want you to have a countdown of your own and say when the countdown is over, we're the real, watch me, because when I was homeless, I knew something was wrong. I knew that wasn't the best of me. And one day I said, will the real Eric Thomas please stand up? Will the real Eric Thomas please stand up? Stop being this high school dropout. Stop giving up. Stop sleeping on the street. Stop walking up and down Finkel Avenue like you ain't got nothing, and get your GED. Stop being afraid to take a test. Stop being afraid to go to college because your daddy didn't go and your mama didn't go. Stop being afraid and be the best Eric Thomas you can be. But listen to me, it's going to be hard. It took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree, but I got it. And guess what? On a degree, it don't have dates. So if it took you 4 and it took me 12, it don't show up nowhere. But I'm exactly where I wanted to be because I realized I got to commit my very being to this thing. I got to breathe it. I got to eat it. I got to sleep it. And until you get there, you'll never be successful in life. But once you get there, I guarantee you, the world is yours.
Saying that quote, pain is temporary. It can last for a month, a year, a day, but eventually it will subside. If I quit, however, it'll last forever. And man, you know, and that just gave me that, hey, it just gave me more to just keep going. Wow. You know, and like I say, the company that I'm with, the guy called me, and on the phone, man, you really shouldn't do this on the phone, but dude, I didn't have no gas at this time. I was still in Stafford, Texas. I needed to go to like the center of Houston, Texas. So it probably wasn't no more than about 20 miles away, but I didn't have much gas at all. So even on the phone, when this guy called me, I was like, sir, I don't have any experience, you know, because like I said, I was doing so many interviews and I would hear the same thing over and over again, you know, like we need 3 to 5 years experience or something like that, you know. So now I'm almost telling them this straight up front over the phone. So I don't have any experience. I even told him, man, you know, I got a little trouble 10 years ago, and it's still on my record, you know, to the day. And he told me, he was like, well, just come down, you know, we'll talk about it, see what we can do. And it was something in his voice that I felt this might be legit. This might be my opportunity right here. And I went to the interview, man, and I just looked, you know, straight in his eyes. I had my same interview clothes on that I would interview with everybody else, man. I had me a little collar on. Yeah. I had my slacks on. But I was looking right in their eye, man, and be like, hey, you won't regret it if you hire me, you know, because I tell it, there's another quote that from E.T. that stick with me, and I do this on a daily basis, man. Hey, you might be smarter, you might come from privilege, but you would not outwork me, period. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I tell you, hey, if you give me an opportunity, you won't regret it. And that's one of my mottos, man, that I live by. But he gave me an opportunity, and he don't regret it. You know, he say, hey, wow. He called me Walter. He say, just say we had 8 technicians. He say if he had 8 Walters, we'll be all right. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. That's why I say I worked until today. He got my word, man. But you know, I mean that's that, man. I say that helped me out a lot, though. Yeah, I ain't give up, man. I ain't give up. I'll tell anybody out there, do not give up. Just keep going. And it's a long journey, but think about it like this. The universe, man, some type of way, man, if you just, you know, keep faith and just keep doing things on it, you know, every day, doors gonna open up for you, man. Doors, you don't know who gonna help you out or what door gonna open. So when I got the opportunity at that job, it's June. I didn't get into a apartment until August. Okay. So
because you had to get paid and
right. Man, dude, my license was suspended from Mississippi. I'm in Texas with a suspended license. So 3 weeks later, the guy that hired me called me into the office. Cause you know, when you're in HVAC, they give you a van and you go to different jobs and stuff right there. So he called me into the office and he was like, you know, sit down for a minute. He was like, you know, we ran the thing. Your license is suspended. And man, I'm like, man, I can't win for lose. I'm just knowing he should have fired me. He was like, no, don't worry about it. You just get it taken care of. But for right now, you're gonna ride with somebody. You know, every day you just come and then we'll have somebody pick you up and then you just go ride with them. And that was a blessing too, cause now I get to learn and pick these guys here. That was a blessing in disguise. But yeah, man. So then and I started off. Most HVAC technicians maybe start off $10, $12, $15. Man, I started off at I think $7.75 or $8. He started me off at $8.
Wow.
To get my license back, man. Hey, I think in one of my videos I told him, man, you either work for low pay or no pay. I would have took that job. You didn't have to give me nothing. The situation I was in, he didn't know the situation. He didn't know that I was standing in my truck. I didn't tell him that I'm, the situation I was in at the time. But okay, I'm getting that, so I got to get my license together. So I'm thinking I'm finna get an apartment, whatever. But I got to get all this. So maybe 90% of what I was making, man, trying to get them license back. You know what I mean? And I don't know how to add it up, but I know it almost probably took me a month and a half just to make enough money to get my license back. So not only do I got to pay Mississippi $1,300 to get my license back, now I have to pay Texas to get a license. Little things like that.
Oh,
so
right.
But I'm doing all this in my truck. So I think we started like 7 a.m. Man, they just don't know, dude. I was staying in like a parking garage at the time that wasn't far away from that job, because I had to be at the office. So it was a parking garage they called a twin. I think it Fountain View. Funding the twin something, but I was in that parking garage, man, for like 3 months after work, and they always tell me, and they didn't know though, bro. I just get to work 2 hours early. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, they coming in there. I say I'm finna outwork you. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna do you. I'm finna do you.
I'm finna take this. I'm about to take this.
Right. So bro. So not only I'm coming in at 5 o'clock in the morning. The guy that hired me, his work ethic is sick, man. I never seen nobody work hard than that guy. He at the office at 4:30, last one to leave. You know what I mean? So
wow.
And he's like a mentor to me too, man. I'm talking about, but as far as work ethic go, not too many people compare, man. He been doing this for years and years and years and years. And I just, I follow that path too. To this day, I'm still at the job site an hour early, man. So, but keep in mind though, and all this stuff helping me out too, man. I'm 5. Just imagine I'm arriving there 2 hours before you. You probably just getting up out the bed. You know what I mean? I'm hyped up now around this time, so it's 7 o'clock in the morning. And,
you like?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm ready.
I don't know too much about the trade, but like I say, I got an older guy. Hey, I'm picking his brain. Look, man, and I'm kind of sharp too. As far as I'm good with my hands on mechanical construction and stuff like this. So I'm knowing he looking at a Phillip head screw up there. By the time he reach and give me a Phillip head, man, it's already right here. You know what I mean? Yeah. I got you. I'm focused though. I ain't on my phone. I ain't listening. No, I'm focused. I what's going on? I want to know his next move, like a chess player. You know what I mean, bro? And I would, like I say, when I got that opportunity, man, I took advantage of it. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. What's the next course though? Because I can ramble on and on about it. Yeah.
I know you're pumped on that. I see that.
Yeah.
Now, what would you tell maybe someone else that's in a similar situation like you were in? You know, I mean, now things are great, right? And you can look back and say, man, it was tough, and one or two things could have went wrong and messed up everything for you, right? I mean, it could have just punch you hard, man.
Oh yeah.
What do you say to those people that's out there? Go ahead.
I'm gonna say it like I'm gonna get there because what I was saying was, as far as the universe goes, you never know, and this it's going to tie into what you asked me too, as far as what I would tell somebody else. It's called building habits day by day. Just do good, do what's right. Because you never know, man. Just keep building on that. Just do what's right. So where I was at, okay, now I got my license straight. A couple months later, I end up getting in an apartment, okay? And I'm still first one, last one to leave. First one, last one to leave. I was still yeah. Oh, yeah. Still to this day. That's 7 years ago.
Wow.
So it don't stop, but okay, I'm still first one. Yeah, I would. Okay, yeah, I got an apartment too enough. Now I'm rolling, man. Come on, my goal is still. And we're gonna get to the contractor part and all this. You know what I mean? But this just starting off. But keep going, keep doing the right thing. It's simple. Life is simple. We make it more complex. When I say do the right thing, do what's right, and let divine providence. Someone said that, I forgot the quote. You continue to do what's right, and let the higher power deal with the rest. You do what you think is right. Whatever goes on after that, it is what it is. But what I was saying, okay, now I got in my apartment 2 years later, okay? I mean, they come for 3 years now. Let's go 2 years later. So I told him, I'm like, man, I'm gonna start off like this. We have this program, it's called Legal Shield. I'm sure a lot of people heard of that, where you can get lawyers and stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on there.
Okay, I was paying $4 a week. And sometimes I'm like, let me call a lawyer and ask about my felony expungable. So I called her, she was like, no, Mr. Watson, looking like something about the cake. She was like, well, I'm on the phone with her. She was telling me, no, it's something about something. Before I got the phone, she said, hold on, I see something right here. And she looked in her law book or whatever, the codes or whatever. She said, matter of fact, yeah, this is expungable. That's why I'm telling you, you don't know what door is going to open up in the road, man. That's why I say I deal with it. I had the mind state that I was going to have my fellow on there for the rest of my life. That's why I told you, like, 18, 19, 20. And let's act like we just going to keep on going forever, man. You know what I mean? You don't know what can happen, though. Like I say, first one, last one to leave every day, but be happy and joyful while you're doing it. Just stay motivated. You're going to have your down days. You're going to have your bad days. But, dude, I never thought that I would be able to get that off my record, man. And to this day, that's why I say, and then that just opens so much doors. And that's almost what tie into the contractors and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because I think even in the state of Texas, if you got a felony, you can't even apply for a contractor license. If you apply for it, you probably get denied. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can be a technician, but
wow. It opened up more opportunities for you. Man,
but all this started back when that man told me I need a skill. You know what I mean?
Right.
One thing, maybe if I was at the grocery store, man, I couldn't even afford. And then that's another thing, save my money while I worked. I probably couldn't even afford to get there. It was costly. I had to pay this lawyer, to do this work for me. You know what I mean? And not only that, just having the conscience enough to, get the legal shield. What if? I didn't get it for that.
Right.
So
just doing what you feel was right. Just doing what you feel was right. Yeah.
Just do what's right. Mm-hmm.
So you got all this. Now you're actually seeing yourself. You're getting up, man. You're climbing, man. Everything is getting better. What made Walter want to say, hey, you know what? I want my contractor's license.
That goes back. What that man tell me, you need to get you a skill. Okay. And I'm instead of telling you 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to depend on nobody no more, man. I don't want somebody to say, okay, we don't want to hire you, or we're not going to give you this opportunity. I want to put my life in my own hands. So if this company that I'm with right now, if they want to close their door tomorrow, I can go provide for my family. I will never be held to those restraints again. Never.
Never going back.
Never. So, okay, I can create my own opportunity legally now. That's why I got my contract license. The first opportunity that I got to get my contract license, I went and got my contract license. That'll never happen to me again, man.
Wow.
My whole 20s, my late teens were like that. You know what I mean? That'll never happen again. That's why I got my contract license. You know what I'm saying? So if I can get somebody a job, you know what I mean? So
right.
If somebody in that situation, maybe I can pay them back. But that's why I got my contract license, man.
Wow. Okay.
Period. It's that simple. It's that simple with me, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now, let me ask you this: what do you see for Walter and his family in the near future? What do you see in the next year, 2 years? Where do you see yourself at?
Man, it's me and my wife, and she have the same work ethic that I have. We have goals, but we try to like I told you, do right every day. We have habits that we follow, and our goal. She's getting a master's degree. She's going to graduate from Texas A&M with a master's in December. I mean, man, we striving, man. We striving. That's why I say, as far as the universe go, if we continue to do right and continue to want more, we don't know what God got in store for us. You know, so we see ourselves in a great space. You know, we gonna continue to do what's right, that we think was right.
Abundance.
Yeah, and there's no ceiling, like Lil Wayne say, no ceilings.
Right.
Right. No. So.
That's good, man. Being at this job that you got, they done done, a lot for you, gave you a shot, things like this. What would you say to the person that's out there that don't feel like they've been given the shot, but they're working, they're at a company, they have a trade, right? But things are just not right. The environment is not positive, it's negative, What would you tell that person? And they're in the HVAC industry as well.
First, I probably would tell them, look at themselves in the mirror first. Make sure that you are doing what's right first. If you gave it your all, 100%, and it's not getting better, it's not going to get better, you got to go somewhere else. You got to get out there, toxic environment.
But you got to look at you first and make sure you're giving that 110.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Wow, man, that's powerful, man.
Yeah.
That's powerful, man. What? Let me ask you one more question here, then I'm gonna, sort of wrap this thing up. What is success to Walter?
Man, I'm gonna say another quote. I'm big on Earl Nightingale. Earl Nightingale states it like this: success is a progressive realization of a worthy idea. And that means success to me is, if I'm constantly working on something, I'm successful. If I have a goal and I'm working on that goal every day, I'm successful. Successful to me that's an action word. So long as I'm working on a day-to-day basis, I'm successful. If I got a goal in mind that I'm working towards, I'm successful. Because once I get there, I'm gonna have another goal. So
count the little things, huh? You say count it, everything. As long as you're working and you're moving forward, count it.
Right.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's why I say if you're an HVAC technician, you're successful. If you're in construction, you're successful. You're a stay-at-home mom, and that's what you wanted to do, you're successful. You know, yeah. So whatever. Now, if you're doing something, let's talk about, let's say failure. I don't believe in failure, period. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you fail if you quit. That's like that statement I said with Eric Thomas. So if you don't quit, you're not a failure. If you're going after something, you're successful. It's simple as that. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna wrap it up with that, but I want you to let everybody know, you know, where your channel's at and some of the things that they can gain from you from your channel, especially your HVAC viewers out there.
Yeah. My channel is WW HVAC. It used to be Lifestyle Unlimited. I changed it to WW HVAC because I wanted to try to channel focus my channel around HVAC. I pretty much do day-to-day videos of how it is in the field. I do hands-on troubleshooting in the field. I try to talk to people just far as making videos on if you're in a certain space that you want to get out of that space, as far as motivation, personal development. That's pretty much what my channel consists of. So if you find this video, please like, or please like your channel, this video right here, because I post on yours. But if you send me this link, I'll put it on mine because I don't think I was recording it. But
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, you can send it to me. Subscribe to my channel, man. I appreciate it because you in California, right? And you from New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
791. I got a question for you then. Okay.
What's up?
Tomorrow, the LA Rams versus the New Orleans Saints. Who you ride with?
Oh, no one. I don't even watch sports at all.
Oh, for real?
I don't even watch the Saints going to the playoff, man. Like,
wow.
I don't. Look, you see that? That's what I get a lot every time, especially my mom, you know, because everybody back home, they're die-hard Saints fans. I mean, I'm talking about who that? Yeah. There's die-hard Saints fans. Yeah. So they're going crazy right now on Facebook and messages and, you know, family messages. They're going crazy, but I don't even know. I couldn't tell you. Look how ignorant I am to this. I couldn't tell you a football player from a tennis player, man.
Wow. So,
okay.
So do you watch TV at all?
No, I don't watch it. Yeah. Well, I watch a few shows. Like I watch some shows. Like I watch a show right now. I watch all the time. Is Men Who Built America, and I mainly watch that on YouTube. So the only thing I really watch is YouTube. You know.
Yeah. That's like me. I don't watch too much TV. They got a saying: you turn the TV on, you turn yourself off.
Right. Yeah. So, any more questions there?
Nah, man, I'm good. Cause I'm gonna try. If you send it to me, I'm gonna post this on my channel also.
You know, I'm gonna send it to you, big dog.
Yeah. So tell my viewers, you know, what's your channel name and how they can find you and a little bit about what you do.
So I'm Tyrone Jones. I'm a contractor here in Southern California. I have a few partnerships, and I also own a school by the name of Construction Entrepreneur School and Services. And at that school, we help individuals attain their contractor's license here in California, and then we also teach them about business. So you get your contractor's license, and you learn how to run and start your business. Because it makes no sense to get a contractor's license and not know how to do those things. So we apply those methods to our students, and then we also teach estimating courses and really courses on how to on how to learn your numbers. So, and that's what we present on YouTube and Instagram on all our channels, just giving contractors information about how to learn your numbers, estimating contractor laws that applies to all of us, and make sure you subscribe, like, and share, because this is a good brother right here. Came a long way. He's still got a long journey, and before you know it, we'll be looking again in 5 years, seeing where he at, and I guarantee you he'll still be on top, you know? So
Yeah, appreciate it.
yeah, I'm gonna let you go with that, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yep.
All right, 10-4.
Yeah.
Catch you on the next one, big dog.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll stop recording right there.
Okay.